Hi everyone, this is Ann Huffman, and I'm doing a special request for Cynthia Bell. Cynthia posted that she wanted to learn how to create mock-ups like these, and she has Silhouette Studios, and so do I. So that's why I'm using this. But I've watched some tutorials YouTube where it looks like you can create your mock-ups in PowerPoint, possibly even Publisher, any of the Microsoft programs that allows you to save as a JPEG, or maybe save it as a PDF. And then once it's a PDF, I think you can save as a JPEG. So anyway, there are other options. I'm going to keep this in the corner so that I can keep an eye on it to make sure that I'm not missing out on any of the elements. And I'll just delete this. So the first thing I did, Cynthia, was I went to Google and I found different images, and I created a folder called Mockups. And in it I have wood PNG files, brick PNG files, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is click on File and Merge and start bringing in some of these elements. I'm going to bring in quite a few, but I'm not going to use all of them. I just want to be able to show you. And this one came in super large, so I'm holding the Shift key down to really minimize it so you can at least see what this is. And wow, it is huge. I should have looked at the size of it first. Let me just zoom out and see how far I have to go. A long ways here. What is this one here? Come on. Goodness. This thing is beyond huge. I'm just going to click and delete it and go back here. I'll show you what it was if you didn't see it. Just go into File and Merge. This is what I was trying to bring in to show you that you can take one background that I guess this is like the winter look, and you can take a wood grain. They have a space in between, but if you push it up against it, makes it look like it's a shelf, kind of like this one does here. Excuse me. But I'm going to just take this for now, bring it in. Hopefully it's not that huge. Okay, so that's one element. And let me go back and find something else to go along with it. And as long as you keep selecting File, Merge, you can add in more elements that you will need. Now, this won't make any sense at all with this blouse, but I just want to show you how you can put together your own mock-up. And let's see, I think I might have something else that I wanted to maybe grab some shoes from. This one here has some shoes on it, and I'll just put that up there for our inspiration. And then the last one that I want to bring in, I've got to get probably, this is one that everybody sort of likes because it lets you put something here and lay something down there. And again, I hope this is not super. Okay, so that's good size. So that lets us use this, I guess, more or less as our back drop. So I'm just trying to make it fit my the size of my mat, my 12 by 12, so that that's all that you are seeing. And Trying to click on this shoe here. So if we say that this is going to be our backdrop, it's a little bit bigger than my mat. So for me to get it halfway exact, I'm just going to draw a square over it and select both of them, the backdrop and the square, and use my modify tool to crop. Now, it still didn't go in as far as I wanted it to. So that's about right. So the next thing that you want to do, I'll leave this up, is you want to get rid of these white backgrounds. So I'm going to shuffle some things around here just to keep this intact. And so in order to get rid of this white background, excuse me, what you want to do is trace and detach it. So I'm clicking on the trace and I'm selecting just the area, and I'm trying to get as close to this shoe as I can. Bring it over a little bit. And so what the goal is, not worry about what's going on the inside, but to make sure you have yellow all the way around the shoe. So it defaults at 45. So I'm going to increase this. And I'm missing out on these shoelaces, and I'm wondering if they are white, because that's the one thing that the software does not see, white, the color white. So they were not, so that's a good sign I'm getting it. But I'm getting a bunch of jagged stuff, so I'm going to decrease this number down. And so what you might want to do on one of those rainy days or boring nights is to find, let me click this, is to find some of the things that you want to work with. And now we have the shoe. I've got that bottom of the shoe. So I had too much in there. So I'm going to click on this and remove it. Let's do this blouse here. Remnants that I can see. Do you see all those little dots there? Let me see if there's any others. No, there's not. So now let's trace and detach this blouse. So I select my trace area. And let's increase this threshold just to be able to get around everything. And I think we have a yellow outline, so that's good. So trace and detach it, pull it out. If it's on the bottom, it's okay. Just click on it, right click, and say bring it to the front. Now it's in the front, and we don't need this, we don't need that anymore. I don't know how much luck I will have. I was going to try to do a trace and attach those shoes, but the white shirt and the white shoe, I don't think that that's really going to do it. So for this is on the top now. And what I found is determine the size that you want it. I'm going to hold the shift key down and just bring this in some. And I will, let me click off of this trace now. I'm going to go to my library and find something that I want to put on this. Of course, you will already have whatever you've designed. This is just the example that I just want to put something on it. And let's see. And it would come in. Trying to just click on it, and it's all separated. Way to go. So let me go back to the library. If I find just something that is not layered. Maybe this Princess in Training will work. Let's see. I click on it. I'm trying to get just the words, and evidently it is. So it's just going to make me move everything to the side. So let me go ahead and add some color, and maybe blue is the color, and just making a compound path so that you can see through everything. And I'm making the line color blue. So now I have that. Let me go back and try and put my mock-up together. So I have the shirt that's there. And this, let's see if I hold the shift key down, if I'm going to be able to keep it intact and have this large enough so that you can see it. I'll pretend that I got this shoe without that shadow underneath, and it's on the bottom, which is okay. Just bring it to the front, and you can start putting all of your different props together that you want. You can add whatever other elements to it that you might want. Let's see if I can find maybe one more thing to, no, I didn't give myself, I didn't save many many things to go with this. Let's see what these show. Those are the shoes. So I guess the only other thing that I could put on there with this, it would be like this perfume bottle. I need to trace and detach it. And I'm selecting the trace area to do it and increasing this threshold to try to get all of the area around that bottle yellow. And I'm just concerned with the area in here and that area in there. But if you use, I guess, I saw someone remove a background in PowerPoint. I never even thought about using that. Well, I'm at 100, so let me back down. That's about as high as I can go. Do my trace and detach, and hope that I didn't leave too much out. And see, when it has this shadow, it makes it really difficult. So look out for those type of images that you like to see if it has a shadow underneath it. But this is all in just putting your props there, and that makes it look like it's sitting on a shelf when it actually is not sitting on a shelf. So this is really how easy it is to create your own backdrops. The only thing is, I guess I don't sell anything, but for those of you that do, time is money. So you might find that it's a whole lot more cost effective to just buy it instead of putting it together. But these are called elements. These are the elements that's in it. That's the actual design that you've done. And then this right here is your backdrop. Like I said, you know, I found this on Google. They have them in all different shades of this wood grain. So many different backgrounds that are there. You can also take these images, grab that little green handle, and you can turn it if, depending on how you want your this garment to look in there, just to be able to show them that this is what it would look like. So I'm going to end this at this point now, because I know that you've got the gist of how easy these are to make. This is just a wood background here. These are some elements. You can tell they sort of kind of, with these shoes, who knows where they went on the internet or what they typed in to get these shoes. But the shoes are an element. These shorts, everything here is an element to it, including the shirt. And I'm guessing that they just did these rainbows on there as their design. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those rings are probably 6, and the shirt is 7. So there are 7 pieces to this mock-up. So if you have any questions, be sure and post them and tag me, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And don't feel bad. I'm a visual learner as well. So I'm going to click back over to the group now.